Well, hello, Blizzard Raptor fans, Assassin's Creed fans, gaming fans, fans of fans. Welcome to my channel. I am Blizzard Raptor. This is the continuing adventures of Connor Kenway in Assassin's Creed 3. If you've enjoyed the series so far, and I know you guys have been showing it some love, I've had a couple of comments on the videos from people who are enjoying the series so far, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And if you are enjoying it still, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like on any videos you watch, and also feel free to leave a comment, because as you can see, if you check back on those comments that were left, I replied to them. I try to reply to as many as I can. I don't get many, so I usually reply quite quickly. So yeah, do feel free to comment and I will have a chat with you. With that quick plug out the way, let's rock and roll. %21 through, that's not bad. I don't think it'll take us long to get through this one. We're in the Davenport hunting region. Looks like we're heading for another naval mission? No. Looks like Achilles is out at the stables. Yeah. Looking down at the Aquila. Let's go. What you got for us, Achilles?
It is done.
Johnson is dead?
No. He retreated when we destroyed the T.
Only to hatch some new scheme, I'm sure. You should have killed him.
There was no need.
Time will tell if you speak the truth.
Ganondokon, why are you here? Has something happened?
William Johnson has returned with all the money required to buy our land. He meets with the elders as we speak. I have begged him to resist, but I fear he shall have his way unless you intervene.
How is this possible? We destroyed the T.
The Templars are nothing if not resourceful. You should have heeded my warning.
Please, you have to stop him.
Of course. Can you tell me where they're meeting?
Some lessons are harder to learn than others. I wonder, is that... Yeah, it's still there. Doesn't get taken out until the war's finished. Thought somebody was standing there for a minute. So William Johnson has decided to intervene again. He's managed to get the money he needs from somewhere. And now he is gonna buy the land. So his scheme to sell to black market the tea has failed, but that didn't mean it failed altogether. They'll have raised the money some other way. The Templars have access to funds. A lot of them are prominent businessmen, so in 6 months they've probably had the money shipped across from London or somewhere else overseas. Maybe someone in the East India Company has shipped it to them, and now they're going to buy the land. So the lesson that Achilles has been trying to get Connor to learn is there is a reason why the assassins are called assassins, because one death can save 1,000 lives. That's always been the assassins, part of the assassins training. It's the reason. It's not part of the creed. The creed is simply nothing is true, everything is permitted. But within all of that, they have to realise that there is a reason why the assassins are quite happy to accept killing, because sometimes one death is necessary in order that thousands of lives can be spared. I need to check my map and see how I can get, again forgetting that it's R2 to zoom in. I think I can Eagles leap of faith from there by the looks of it, so let's... Oh, horse isn't happy because I was going somewhere he didn't want to go. So yeah, Achilles is trying to... Connor's reluctant to kill because as much as he is a warrior, he's not... And I know ludonarrative dissonance, I've killed a lot of redcoats and even some patriots in the towns when I've been fighting, but Connor is not one to jump straight to violence, as you've just seen. He's not a straight away, you know, we have to kill these guys. Gives me chills every single time. I'm literally going to come straight back the way I've just came as well, because I remember this mission. I should have looked for one on this side, because you start on this side and then you have to make your way, stealth your way back across. I do remember this mission. Interesting, I mentioned at the start that I'd had some comments on my videos. They are from someone who is also playing the game along at the same time, and they were letting me know that they were enjoying the game and having fun with it, but they'd noticed that there were a few changes, and we discussed that the parkour wasn't the best, etc, etc, but I've realised that one of the changes is the addition of the assassins and being able to call members of the Brotherhood. That 100% wasn't in the original version of the game. I am totally sure of that now, so that's been one of the things that's been added, is Connor having the ability to summon fellow assassins if you freed them to help him with his missions. Now I hope they haven't changed the game so that you can't do certain missions unless you've got them, because I don't really want... I just really wanted to play through Assassin's Creed 3 the way I remembered it, which is with Connor.
Izzy not gonna daradit ganus de ne Johnson's yunja der rocksta. Guahiganzi what ne ganun haradun hagedum.
The Guader Hardat Guacanto.
Right. The coercive acts. You should read this, because this is the coercive acts. Here we go. The coercive acts, called the Intolerable Acts, were a series of laws passed by British Parliament in response to the Boston Tea Party. Among other things, these laws replaced the elected Massachusetts legislature with an appointed one, and closed Boston Harbour until the East India Company was reimbursed for the tea, which was never going to happen. The acts were a major blow against Massachusetts' economy and self-government. The acts got their name because British Parliament hoped that the crackdown would coerce the citizenry into behaving like good little colonists and stop the violent protests, lest the same thing happened to them. Unfortunately, the acts had the opposite effect. It made it easier for Whigs to argue for independence and difficult for the Loyalists to argue that Parliament had their best interests at heart. Seems nobody likes a bully. By the way, I did remember, I was watching one of my videos back before I put it up, and I talked about Edmund Burke and the Prime Minister, which is not the same as the Prime Minister we have today, but the Prime Minister at the time was, I'm sure, Lord North at this point. So he was the Whig that was arguing for greater rights to the colonists in the British Parliament, not because he... This is really difficult to explain and not the kind of thing I want to get in a video. Just know that Lord North and Edmund Burke and those in Parliament under Lord North's Whig government were arguing for greater freedoms for the colonists, but they were arguing from a certain point of view, and it was more to do with the fact that at the time they were engaged in their own political battle in Britain against privilege, and part of it was to do with their dislike of the then Prince George III, Prince George, who would go on to become George III. There's a whole tangled web of stuff here, but the Lord North's Whig government wasn't particularly fond of the monarchy and the way that the monarchy still seemed to have the right to run roughshod over elected representatives, even although Britain still wasn't a democracy at this point. It wasn't like the people that should have been, wasn't like the vote was a widespread franchise that everyone had access to. And that's all I'm going to say, because otherwise I'm going to get tangled up in history again. But the coercive acts just gave them ammunition. Now, I used to be able to do this no bother. I don't know if I've still got it, but I have done the Reach Johnson undetected thing before. So you can see the red circle appearing already. Is a way up, back up there. And there's also a patrol in the water, or patrol on the edge of the water. So I need to get probably up there rather than go directly across the water if I go this way. Ah, brilliant. I ain't got the bear. I pushed circle there. That was hairy for a minute. I thought I was going to die. But yeah, I ain't got the bear there. Not really the thing you want to do. Acquired bear grease and bear pelt. Where was I trying to get to again? It was round here, wasn't it? Yeah. Because I didn't want to just run into the line of sight of those guys. Now, where is that guy? Above me, I think. Yeah, there. Right. So now we're in a restricted area. This is not going to be easy to get to. I think I need to go down here. Yeah, I do. Do I? I don't. I scramble up. Apparently not. Oh no, I do. And again. And again? I'm asking the questions. None of you guys can answer me. Yes is the answer. It is again. Oh, no. Now, obviously, the thing we don't want to do is we don't want to become visible to the guy that's up above us. I think you can just see his hat poking out there. And if we go much higher, he is going to be able to see us. There he's there, you see. You got to really pick your route carefully. And obviously I can't shoot him, because that's going to draw about 1 million guards. There we go. I'm out of the notoriety zone. So if I get up the cliff here, thought I was going to fall to my death there. I know I can do that without being undetected, and I want the, what's the word? I want the kudos for doing it. So, thought I could assassinate him, didn't happen. I'll do it the way, I think there's a way that I remember doing it, and I'm sure it is direct, but you can move between the patrols. So, we'll try it that way. See how they've moved apart? I'm sure there's a way. That's just going to move me up there again. I think there's a way to start climbing there. So this way is going to take me. I think the best way to go is that way that I'm facing just now. The trick is going to be submerging, timing my submerging so that I get past their line of sight without getting seen. Let's give it a bash. So you can dive to avoid enemies FOV. I'll show you in a second, because one of these guys is going to see me. So I go slightly left here. You can dive. Don't know how long Connor can hold his breath for. So I need to go a little bit further back to about here. Nope, much further back to about here. Right, that's disappointing. Alright, we'll try the cliff. I think they can still see me if I'm in this. It doesn't look like it's giving me any cover. My plan is to swim up in his... Dive. I'm having a nightmare. It's never been this difficult before. Right. Reload. I think maybe I'll go the way that I went the first time then. I remember doing it through the beach, but... Okay, fair enough. So my notoriety always starts at level 1. Can I get back up the top of the cliff this way? I think I can, you know. Yeah, I can. Right, so we'll take out those guards. Do I have access? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a bear there, and obviously I remember there's another one further down. But I can just go this way and escape the bear. So, we're inside the Notarai area. Scramble up here. Scramble up here. Climb this. I'm on my hidden blade now, so I should be able to assassinate him. Can I get further along? This way? No. Just this way. Right, okay. That's fine, it's fine. Thought maybe I could move along the cliff face. See, climbing starts to make more sense in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where it's pretty much if you can see it, you can climb it. And so you don't have all this messing about where you have to look for handholds in very specific parts of the cliff in order to get up. So the guy that caught me up here before is on patrol. Unfortunately for him, there are blending spots for me. And you know he is about to get the Yep, there we go. Those rope darts are so handy. These mates down here. Can I hit him with a rope dart from here? No, I can't, but I can whistle on him and then stab him when he comes over. I'll just do that. I'm not wasting the rope dart. So that gets rid of those two and gives me an access point now. Up this tree.
I only wish to keep you safe. There are those who would betray and manipulate you. The worst yet, take the land by force. What do you mean, mine? We are all one. We should act as such. By signing our lands over to you, then we'll be at one, we will get forever.
Sir William may have a point. What hope have we against their
Black powder and iron.
Peace, peace. Have I not always been an advocate? Have I not always sought to protect you from harm?
If you wish to protect us, then give us arms, muskets and horses that we might defend ourselves.
War is not the answer.
We remember, Stanwix. We remember you moved the borders. Even today your men dig up the land, showing no regard for those who live upon it. Your words are honeyed, but false. We are not here to negotiate, nor to sell. We are here to tell you and yours to leave these lands.
So be it. I offered you an olive branch, and you knocked it from my hand. Perhaps you'll respond better to the sword.
Are you threatening us?
Yes.
Treaty of Fort Stanwix. It was meant to resolve ongoing land disputes between the indigenous peoples and the ever-encroaching colonists. King George III had established a boundary line in 1763, but it had no basis in reality. Colonists were already living west of the line when it was drawn, not to mention the land wasn't really the king's to divvy up. Sure, that just slipped his mind. Kings can be notoriously forgetful. Members of the Iroquois Confederacy met with William Johnson at Fort Stanwix to negotiate a new boundary line on behalf of themselves and other smaller nations like the Shawnee. I use the term negotiate rather lightly. In reality, the Iroquois didn't have much choice in signing the agreement. It was give away some of their land and achieve peace, or fight a long and drawn-out war. When the treaty was signed, it was generous to Johnson, to say the least, even handing over lands the British had left to the Cherokee earlier the same year. In fact, the Stanwix Treaty was so controversial that the British-run Board of Trade ordered Johnson to renegotiate. He refused. Brilliant. So this is the trick here, is getting in behind the house, because he has no men posted at the back for whatever reason. Johnson Hall. Built Johnson Hall in 1763. He had 60 slaves to do the manual labour, making him the biggest slaveholder in the north. The exterior is wood painted to look like stone. The blockhouses you see on either side are actual stone. When the house was built, the French and Indian War had just ended, so it made sense to have the house ready for an attack.
Do you still doubt?
Oh no. What have you done?
Ensured an end to your schemes. You sought to claim these lands for the Templars.
Aye, that we might protect them. Do you think that good King George lies awake at night, hoping that no harm comes to his native subjects? Or that the people of the city care one whit about them? Oh, sure. The colonists are happy to trade when they need food or shelter, or a bit of extra padding for their armies. But when the walls of the city constrict, when there's crops that need soil, when there's no more enemy to fight, we'll see how kind the people are then.
The colonists have no quarrel with the Iroquois.
Not yet, but they will. 'Tis the way of the world. In time, they'll turn. I could have stopped it. I could have saved you all.
You speak of salvation, but you were killing them.
Aye, because they would not listen. And so, it seems, neither will you.
Ayawas ne yatte hagum sare am dahyayum ne skanas izagum haje.
Ooh, that's his version of Requies Catempace. It's not letting me counter him. Or any of them, for that matter. Oh, that's why. Oh, wow. I have never, ever died there. That's disgusting. Ah, right. thought I had him for a... Ah. Here we go, that's how you deal with him. Lots of bodies to loot. Might as well get the dollar. So I didn't realise that a secondary objective had appeared there saying that I was to limit the number of casualties, or I would have sprinted straight up to the house and climbed it. The easiest way to escape the area is this way, if I remember rightly. Yeah, it is. It's still. Sure there's a way. Ah, there we go. I was going to say, sure there's a way into the water for here. There is. It's just here. A spruce. There we go. Hostile negotiations complete. And that's sequence 6 complete. So we've taken out William Johnson. Probably not the way that we
William Johnson is dead.
Intended to.
And with him, the Templar plot to steal the land of my people. But in ending this threat, I have revealed another. On his body was a letter addressed to John Pitcairn containing orders to root out and destroy Patriot weapons and supplies. Should he succeed in this, the colonists will be unable to maintain their resistance, and the Templars will surely take control. So long as Pitcairn lives, the danger remains. I need to find him. He needs to die.
Now he's come to terms with, because he's learned the last lesson, letting Johnson live almost imperiled his people.
I thought it might bring clarity or instill a sense of accomplishment, but all I feel is regret.
Hold fast to that. Such sacrifices must never come lightly.
I had to do it. Not only for my people, but for all the others Johnson would have harmed.
It's a start. But to truly be free of Templar influence, all of them must be dealt with in turn. Even your father.
I know.
You speak the words, but do you believe them? Seems we've company.
What is it?
A request for aid from Paul Revere. Seems the Redcoats are up to something in Boston. Guess you made an impression on the Sons of Liberty.
They mistake me for one of their own. Please tell Mr. Revere he has my sympathies, but I cannot help at present.
You might wish to reconsider. John Pitcairn is mentioned by name.
Where am I to go?
Mr. Revere's house in Boston. If you'd like, I can...
That's very rude, Connor. Smoke bombs? We've never been able to make smoke bombs and trip mines. Or poison darts. Give me some of this stuff. Where do I go for crafting? It's here, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not. Trading. Is this crafting? Yeah, it is. Bait, cartridge, poison darts. You need lead. Yeah, and there's homestead people that I don't have. Okay. How disappointing. Is there actual homestead missions? I know. Okay. Fair enough. I'll probably end up doing some of the homestead stuff. Maybe I won't, because I think I can pretty much complete the game with the gear that I've got. To Boston. To help Paul Revere. Now Connor has 2 hidden blades. I can just see the one on his left hand. I was going to say. I know I was about to say, but I can't see them. But it's because I'm so used to seeing the one on the right hand. Despite it being a hidden blade, the bracer that the assassins wear on their left hand, is usually pretty obvious. The bracer that Connor wears on his left hand is obvious, and you can see the hidden blade. But the one on his right hand is less obvious and is actually a hidden blade. It's up his sleeve. Continuing my obsession with climbing all viewpoints. There we go. I am anonymous. That's good.
The Silver Box offers all travelers the finest fare and rate.
Paul Revere's house. I'm not going to read that entry. I'll read key things, but I really want to get this.
Ah, Connor! What a relief! You came! Allow me to introduce you to William Dawes and Robert Newman.
Your letter said John Pitcairn was here.
Aye. He's readying an assault on Lexington, where Adams and Hancock have taken shelter. After that, he will march on Concord, hoping to destroy our weapons and supplies. You must help us.
Only tell me where to find him, and I will put a stop to this.
He has dozens, if not hundreds, of soldiers at his command. You cannot hope to match him by yourself. But fear not, for you will not have to. We have an entire army of our own, merely awaiting the order to take up arms.
Then you must call upon them.
Indeed. You and I will cross the Charles River and rouse the boys. William, I need you to take the overland route and do the same. Robert, I need you up in Christchurch. Light the signal. 2 lanterns, our enemy comes by sea. No time for dawdling, my friend. We have lives to save. Come on.
2 by sea. I remember that. Not catchphrase, what's the word I'm looking for? Battle cry. I think, is it 1 by land, 2 by sea?
Ah. They've only left a single horse. We'll have to ride together. Ah. You take the reins, I'll navigate. Quickly, Connor, get on the horse.
Brilliant.
I'll guide you towards those we need to alert. Follow my directions, and we'll be done in no time. Excellent! We are right on course!
This is Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. There's one of the glitches in this game is the horse. The terrain here isn't stitched together very well. And the horse will shy at what it thinks is a lip or an edge, and it's not.
Yes, this is exactly where we need to be.
There must be scouts.
Be careful, Connor. We mustn't let them warn the others. Left!
So it's left here.
To the left, Connor!
Okay.
Excellent! We are right on course! Go left up here.
Left? Oh yeah, you can.
Let us continue the search on foot.
Oh well, I triggered open conflict. I don't care. This is the first militia house
This is
here.
it. You have got the right place.
There we go.
Let everyone know that the regulars marched for Lexington and Concord.
The British are coming!
Back in the saddle, my friend. We have more people to warn. Keep going!
I'm looking for the path. Oh yeah. Here we are.
Left!
Yeah, I will, but only once I'm clear of where the regulars are.
This way, Connor! I believe we are on course. Be on the lookout for redcoats. Keep going! If we're discovered, we're ruined. Find cover.
Wow.
This way, Connor!
Well, I'm trying, but the horse is really not doing very well here. So we're taking part in Paul Revere's Ride, which I know some of the mythology surrounding this. That Paul Revere apparently rode across across Massachusetts, the area surrounding Boston, shouting for, you know,
for this.
warning that the British are coming.
Did you hear that? Could be redcoats. Careful.
This is the house here, isn't it?
This is it. You have got the right place. Spread the word. The regulars are coming out.
At once!
Yes, this is exactly where we need to be.
So you basically spend this mission trying not to have the horse shy from a non-existent ledge and asking Paul Revere for directions. I think one of the houses is a trap.
Turn right. What are you doing?
Paul Revere's gonna die. Yep. I thought I was being smart there and taking out that patrol. I really wasn't. I should have just rode through them and kept going. It's so disappointing. I was doing quite well there as well. So the idea being that the Sons of Liberty have a militia at their command to rise up and fight the British regulars, because although the British had army stationed here, I believe the colonists outnumbered them. And yes, the British could send reinforcements, but
We should dismount for this. It'll be quicker and quieter.
see, there's another non-existent jump.
This is it. You have got the right place.
Fantastic.
The regulars are coming.
Here, we're here. Get them!
See, told you one of them was
Find
a
a
trap.
way to get rid of them, Connor. Faster! We need to get away from them. Turning the tables, are you?
I couldn't get close enough to... Oh no.
That was much too close for comfort. Let us take care to avoid any further surprises. What are you doing?
Get on the horse. Come on. I'm not going to reach Prescott's location in the given time.
Keep going!
That was stupid. Oh, this horse, man.
To the left, Connor!
Just get down.
Go right, Connor! Yes! This is it! This is the way!
Oh, this is so frustrating.
This way, Connor!
Which way?
Might be safer if we approach the houses on foot.
Not really. This is it, I think.
This is it! You have got the right place! Where the devil is he?
Are you sure we are in the right place?
Oh, sure, I'm sure. Prescott?
Evening, gents.
Listen, the regulars are out. You need to rally your men. And, put on some trousers.
At once.
Wow. Wow. Oh, directing this horse is not easy, by the way. Really not easy.
Welcome to Lexington, Connor. Now let's find Hancock and Adams. No sign of Dawes. I hope he's all right.
I don't remember what happened, so I'm just going to quickly... Yeah. Just checking what time we had left in the episode there. We should be okay. Should just have enough time to get this done.
Paul, Connor. Good to see you.
You need to leave. The Redcoats are coming.
Aye, so Williams told us. Let them conduct their little search. They'll find nothing.
You don't understand. Pitcairn intends to kill you.
I'm afraid it's true.
I suppose we have no choice then but to go. What of you three?
Dawes and I will continue on to Concord. Connor, it's best you stay here and help our man John Parker hold the town. It'll give us time to spread the word.
Well, Connor, it's best you as the native stay here and help us hold the line. Honestly. We've got new weapons available in the shops. Oh, the duck. I'm tempted to go for that. Paul Revere's Ride. Animus Database. Paul Revere's Ride. The raising of the militia. The recent events, as tumultuous and striking as they are, cannot have earned victorious wreaths had it not been for the efforts of some few riders that gave warning to the towns and raised the Minutemen to their duty. That was the name of the militia, the Minutemen, ready to help at a minute's notice. These riders, chief among them Mr. Paul Revere and Mr. William Dawes, were sent out by Dr. Joseph Warren, who had come into the knowledge by sources undisclosed that a regiment of soldiers was to march that night to Lexington, there to arrest the leaders of the Sons of Liberty who were there spending the night. The regulars were then to continue to Concord to secure various arms there hidden about, including at Barrett's farm. Dr. Warren could not risk that his message would fail to be delivered among the townships. He cleverly made fast certain of his aim, sending his message by diverse routes at once. To begin, Mr. Dawes left Boston by way of Boston Neck, using guile to pass the roadblock and continue through Roxbury in a circuitous route. Soon after, Mr. Revere entreated Captain Pulling to light lamps in the Tower of Old North, this being the signal to Charlestown that the regulars were on the march. Revere himself took the chance of a life to row directly beneath the prow of HMS Somerset to arrive at Charlestown himself and make the ride to Lexington directly. Revere altered his route to evade the night patrols along the way. In the event, both riders happily arrived at Lexington to warn Sam Adams and John Hancock of the approaching regulars. Joined by Samuel Prescott, Revere and Dawes rode on to Concord, but were confronted by soldiers on that road. Dawes lost his horse and made his way back to Lexington on foot. Prescott led his horse to a daring leap of a wall and continued on to Concord to raise the Minutemen. Revere was captured by the patrol and threatened with his life. He only secured his freedom when the soldiers heard the fire from the hills of Concord and ran to join battle. Mr. Revere's adventure was not yet complete. Upon return to Lexington, he was astonished to find John Hancock at the place, preparing to fight the oncoming soldiers as an officer. It fell to Revere to persuade Mr. Hancock that his place was not in the field. Mr. Hancock and Mr. Adams then removed themselves to a safer place, but failed to bring along a chest full of congressional papers, of which the discovery by the soldiers would cause difficulties. Mr. Revere returned to take possession of these papers before the soldiers arrived at Lexington Green. And that is apparently based on a newspaper story at the time and cleaned up because the English would not have been as fluent as that. Well, no, the English wouldn't have been as modern as that is the word. It still would have been a fluent language, David. Jesus. The English would have been sort of 18th century English, which is slightly different in its spellings. So I appreciate them cleaning that up so that I didn't have to do a quick sort of translation in my head and figure out what it actually meant. So we are at the end of today's episode. We shall go on and aid the militia in the next one. Thank you for joining me again, guys. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. A lot more action in this one. We've ticked off William Johnson's name from the list. We shall see who else we can get scored off that list real soon. If you've enjoyed the series so far, please consider leaving a subscription, leave a like on the videos that you watch, and feel free to leave a comment. I will get back to you. Whatever you get up to today, be safe, be well, and I'll see you guys for a new episode real soon. Bye for now.